What is going on, everyone? Israel back again with another video. In today's video, we're obviously looking at the new storyline that just came out, which is the second feature premiere. This feature premiere is about an hour long, just talking about everything about this storyline, Derek Jeter mode. So we're going to cover all the good things that were in this that I actually really enjoyed, and then I'll cover my actual final thoughts on this and everything like that. Alright, so we're going to get into the gameplay right here. This is the first in-game screenshot they had. They talked about the subway system and how this works for a minute, I'm not going to lie. So there's each, there's a train for every couple of moments of Jeter's career, and it pretty much goes all the way till he started up till he retired. So it's pretty cool. Overall, the map is really big. We'll get to that in a minute. But you can see here, this is the Kingdome in Seattle before obviously their current stadium right now. This is going to be a playable stadium in Diamond Dynasty as well, as what they said. So this is really cool to have this stadium finally in the game. I know a lot of people were excited about this one to actually get shown off. Obviously, you can see when they obviously demolished it. So it's really excited to have this one back in the game and really have these old kind of stadiums actually get back in here. We can see a couple good moments, I guess you could say. A couple players just hitting some good home runs off this stadium. So really cool overall. We get to see some in-game screenshots of that. Got to see some gameplay and really solid overall. They kind of go over Jeter's career and everything he's kind of done for the game. Here's some more in-game screenshots. So this is what I meant by the train. So you have a certain amount of moments. So you can see 4, 5 right here. So it goes throughout his whole career, which is really cool overall. And then those little stars are going to be like little rewards you get, and in that timeline, this is a really cool screenshot in general right here. I like this a lot. This should definitely be in Road to the Show. We'll talk about that in just a minute. It kind of goes into the moment. So it's pretty cool overall. I really like this, little storyline they're doing. I don't know why it's like only Jeter. It's kind of weird in my opinion that it's only him, because you're going to have the Negro Leagues and then this Jeter one, and that's it for storylines. So I don't know. It's a little weird. It's like cool though at the same time, but it's weird he's like the only player in this. So I don't know. I thought if he was on the collector's edition, it would make more sense. But you're actually going to be able to play with all core 4 players in this storyline, which is really cool. So obviously, if you don't know the core 4, obviously Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, Jorge Posada, and Andy Pettitte. So you're going to have all these moments with pitching, hitting, and fielding moments. We'll talk about the fielding moments later. But yeah, you can see the Andy Pettitte one right here. So really cool. You actually be able to play with all these characters and all these players in the game. Obviously, you can see him right here. That actually is a new pinpoint, little pitching right there. That's what the community noted out. So I think this is the first time we're actually able to use Andy Pettitte, which is pretty solid overall. We also got a lot more new legends from the Yankees in this whole storyline, I'm pretty sure, or maybe just in general. I don't know. They didn't really specify, to be honest. But yeah, there's a lot new legends in here. They're going to go right through them all. So really cool overall. And they said there's going to be more legends. Obviously, these aren't the only ones, by the way. Really cool overall that they're announcing all this stuff finally. This game's coming out pretty soon, and I feel like we don't know a lot about it, which is kind of weird to think about, but they explained most of that stuff today. So here are all the legends we're going to be able to give. So we have Chili Davis, Wade Boggs when they were obviously on the Yankees in that time period. Derek Jeter, obviously, Mariano Rivera, Jorge Posada, Andy Pettitte, and then I think Bernie Williams is also on this list, as well as someone else. I kind of forgot. Yeah, Paul O'Neill and then Bernie Williams. So that's going to round it out. Pretty cool overall. They finally get to use some of these players in the game. Yep, 3 new legends right there that we haven't seen before. So that is really cool in my opinion. Something else that we have to mention is they're doing the same thing with storylines they're doing with the Negro Leagues. All the 2001 and 2014 moments are going to be out later, so not right when the game launches. So it's going to be, they didn't say like if it's 2 weeks like they did with the Negro Leagues. They just said coming soon, which I don't really know what that means. I don't know why they didn't make it specific enough, but that's what they said. So we don't know when that's actually going to happen. So we're going to have pretty much everything up till 2001 or 2000 or whatever right at launch, which is really cool. I understand why they want to do it later, because they want people to enjoy it. That's cool. And this is a really big storyline. We'll show you the map later, but or later in the video, but this is a huge storyline. I could definitely see why it took a lot of time for them to make. So something else that was really cool in this game was they actually updated the UI. We can see right here the UI looks incredible. March to October franchise storylines, Diamond Dynasty, and Road to the Show really looks really solid. I really like this one a lot. And it just looks better. It just looked really solid, I think, across the board. And they kind of talked about it in this one about the UI team and how that kind of came to be. The new UI looks absolutely incredible. I'm really excited to actually use that and see how it looks for all the different modes in general. I don't know, the community response was not positive on this, just looking at the chat. If I want to be all the way 100, I don't know if it's just people don't really care or people just don't like Derek Jeter. There was definitely an interesting audience, to say about this, and we're definitely going to talk about it. So we're going to pause it right here. You can see this is pretty much New York, and it goes through the whole train system of all the storyline missions. You can actually see at the bottom left right there on that green one right near that star says 27. So I don't know if that's the full track or that's just the 2000 track. I'm not really sure. It might be the full thing, but I'm not, I'm not 100% sure. But 27 moments it looks like throughout this whole thing, at least that we've seen so far. Could be more. I'm pretty sure there is, because those little star ones with little circles over there, so probably gonna be a little bit more. That's the core 4 players, I'm pretty sure, across the board. So yeah, pretty interesting, storyline. A lot of moments to go through. It's gonna be very long. You're gonna learn a lot about this storyline and everything. Definitely excited to get into this, and this is why I think it took such a long time to make. So we can see Andy Pettit's card right here. They didn't show his stats yet, but this is what it looks like, I guess, in game, and I imagine this will be the one in Diamond Dynasty. So you have 2 missions, it looks like, to earn him, and then you pretty much get the card. So looks pretty solid overall. Love to see his stats in Diamond Dynasty. But yeah, that's his card that they have in this storyline right now. And then the last part of this was just the Jeter throw. So this is the first defensive moment that we've seen in MLB The Show history. So we can see we're playing as Jeter right here. This is obviously his great throw that he made that is still incredible to even think about that someone actually made this. So you have to, like, it's almost like Until Dawn or like any of those like action games. You gotta like choose the right buttons and make the actual play. So he presses X, you gotta press these buttons in sequence before the red bar gets there, and he makes the throw, makes the out. So it's pretty cool, those defensive moments. I think they did a good job with that. They look really solid overall. That's kind of how they finished out this feature premiere, and it looks incredible. So my thoughts on this, it does look incredible. I am excited to play this. I can't wait to see what it actually looks like in game. We're actually going to get to learn all about his career, even though, yeah, I know most about it. But yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting to learn and use the other players as well, all those new legends and stuff. Definitely going to be interesting. This is very weird though, because like you have the near leagues and then just Jeter. Like it doesn't, like, there's no connect there, he wasn't on, like, it makes sense to have this last year because he was like the collection edition, but like it's just the near leagues edition, so it doesn't make much sense from that aspect. It feels like out of place. And also I think a lot of people were like really like nervous because we have 2 more feature premieres left, and we already know that Road to the Show does not get updated. We know Franchise got a pretty good update last year, and we haven't heard anything about Diamond Dynasty. And a lot of people in my chat, in the chat on YouTube, and in the Twitch chat, were just saying they didn't care about this mode, which I can definitely agree with. I think it's very odd if you don't like the Yankees or you're not a Jeter fan. So it's like very weird in that sense. I want updates to Road to the Show. I want updates to Franchise, and they just don't really do it. Like the Road to the Show stuff is absolutely mind-boggling to me. I will make a dedicated video just to Road to the Show and my thoughts on it. I went over it in yesterday's stream a little bit. They just gotta update that mode, and they're just not doing it. And if they're taking away time from updating that mode for something like this, I think a lot of people will be mad about that, which I think is the main sentiment about that, because we know their next feature premiere is going to be about Road to the Show and Franchise together, because it's the ratings reveal, so I would imagine they would do it together, and we know there's not going to be many updates to both the modes, and that's why people are going to get really mad. So yeah, that's kind of the sentiment about this, at least what I got from the community and everything like that, which is definitely interesting, which I can completely agree with. I'd rather have Road to the Show than this, if I'm going to be all the way about it, honest, because 2017 was the best for Road to the Show. Franchise was really fun. I would like to say back in like 18-19 in my opinion, and replacing it with this is definitely interesting. It is cool, but it's definitely interesting in my opinion. But we gotta wait and see to those modes. But obviously we haven't seen the feature premieres for those ones yet. The game's not even out yet. But this is my kind of thoughts. I love what I've seen here. I'm just really concerned about the other modes about this game, and I think most people have that sentiment as well. Can't wait to hop into storylines though. Definitely gonna be streaming this along with the Neo League, so definitely gonna be exciting. But man, I'm just really nervous about these other modes if they're gonna be good. So that's my thoughts on this storyline. Really solid. I would definitely check out the stream. So if you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.